Hello my friends, and welcome back to Feed the World. Welcome back to our nice little cozy farm. Last episode we messed around with bees a little bit, and we had a small problem. You guys mentioned that I was doing it all wrong, and I know exactly how sieves and upgrades work. So I'm very excited to jump back in and get these hives fixed. Before we get started with the bees though, check it out. I've only got 2 shanks of hunger. So this is pretty exciting. We've got the Spice of Life mod now. It's a mod that means the more different types of food you eat, the more health you get. So what I'm going to do, and what I've done, is gather up as much of this stuff as I possibly can. All of the foods we have here growing on the farm, I put into my backpack, and we're going to try and make as many different types of foods as possible with this stuff. Let's just get all of the wheat, because this stuff's real good. And yeah, honestly, Spice of Life feels like it's a mod made for us. Because we're farmers, we've got a farm, we're perfectly poised to make as many different types of food as possible. And by the end of this series, we're probably going to be on 1,000,001 HP. So I've got a bunch of carrots now, beets, verdant sprigs, I don't think I can eat those. Some wheat I definitely can eat. I've also got some raw mutton, some berries, apples, loads of good stuff. We're also going to go through these chests, gather up some of these other things that I have, because we're going to go through as many foods as we currently have, see if we can pump those numbers. Now you have to be careful, because some foods are just not big enough to count towards the Spice of Life upgrade. For example, like most of the fruits and berries that you find, yeah, this food is not nourishing enough to improve your health. So most of these we're going to actually ignore. But there's certain things we can do with these that cook them into bigger meals that will count towards that limit. So we're going to cook up some raw mutton. We're also going to remove the dust. We're going to cook some bread, because I think that becomes toast. We can also cook potatoes, and they'll become baked potatoes, I think. We'll give it a go, see what happens. Anyway, there's the cooked mutton. That's going to be amazing. Apples are not nutritious enough to become food, but we might be able to cook those. Oh man, even baked potatoes don't count. But the thing is, baked potatoes themselves are used for so many things. Like, for example, roast chicken is definitely going to be good enough to work with this mod. But it means that, yeah, we're going to put a lot of this stuff back into the computer and come back when we have some more recipes we can cook. But for now, certainly, the cooked mutton, that's going to be enough. Very delicious. So yeah, you guys mentioned in the comment section that I was doing it wrong with the sieve upgrade. I've got it here. And when you try and right-click like this and sneak, it doesn't upgrade. And there's nothing in the quest book that tells you why you're doing it wrong. But I did manage, through the magic of Google and you guys in the comment section, to work out exactly what I was doing wrong. Basically, we need to put something called an expansion box. Yeah, one of these things. You plonk one of these on top of your beehive, and it gives your beehives a bit more room for bees, which is really good, but also room for expansion slots. And that's actually really important for us. So honeycomb, there's got to be some honeycomb in the hives. Oh my god, it's late. Oh, I'm getting shot. Ow. And our guards aren't doing anything because, oh my god, I think we forgot to give them swords. But anyway, mischief managed. Should we give these guys some swords so they can defend? Yeah, I think that's a good idea. So I put the swords in the builder's hut, but I guess this is the builder's hut. They're not going to come over here to get their swords. So we're going to go around manually and give these guys what they need. Hello, Chief.
Good to see you.
I will work on it. Open requests. Fulfill. There you go. There's your sword, Jen. Enjoy.
Is there a problem?
Likewise, Dingus, you can also take your sword. Fantastic. Oh, yeah, and now, wait, oh no! Wait, hang on a sec. Oh no, Jen, you sly dog, you took my sword. But that's actually pretty cool. It means that these guards can use silent gear stuff. That's actually really cool.
I'll take care of it.
So I'm going to go into your inventory and take that back because I want that. That's my sword, Jen. But it means we can go and make our guards some diamond-tipped katanas. That's pretty cool. So these hives have been hard at work. Look at this. Yeah, these bees are having a great time. And we've got honeycomb. We've also got some zombie combs. Because every different type of productive bee, like the weird breeds like lumber bees and mason bees, make special combs that you can then spin in a centrifuge to get special materials. It means that productive bees are kind of a lot like mystical agriculture. You can use bees to get almost any resource in the game, and that's really cool, really fun. So we'll definitely consider that, and I think we'll use bees to do a little bit of farming. Anyway, for now, the important thing, we're going to need wood to combine with these honeycombs. Now you guys might have noticed the change. I'm sprinting, but my view isn't going crazy, my head isn't bobbing, because one of you guys in the comment section, and I think a few of you guys, said that while I'm sprinting, my view changes around a lot, and it can be a bit like nausea inducing and give you seasickness or motion sickness or whatever it is. So to combat that, we've turned off head bobbing, and it should make watching these videos a little bit easier if you can manage to get through all the mistakes I make. But there we go, yeah, I'm sprinting, but the view isn't changing like crazy. It kind of feels like I'm in creative mode, but I'm not. Oh no, one of the bees is stuck behind a wall. Oh no, is this going to be a problem? Are you okay, Mr. Bee? Can you find your way home? Ah, no, okay, he's quite smart, and he's found his way. Wait, where are you going now? Oh, I think he's lost. Don't go in the house. God, there's nothing worse than a bee in the house. So these walls could be a problem. It looks like the bees are getting a bit stuck and are unable to get home. Oh no, well we'll kind of solve that problem for them now. There you go, Chief. And we'll add a couple of gaps here and there. Oh, no, put the flowers back. So the bees have a way to get back home, because the last thing we want is bees getting stuck behind the wall and then wandering off. There we go. So we make some planks out of wood. Got that. 32 should be fine. We put the planks in a donut, put the honeycomb in the middle, and we make an oak expansion box. Very cool. Now we're going to use 2 of these because you've only got 2 advanced hives at the moment. The third one is a regular one. But the way it works is you put the expansion box on top of the beehive. Hold shift to sneak, right click, and an oak expansion box on top. Now, when we right click on the hive, oh yeah, things have changed. We get 2 extra bee slots for holding bees, but also we get 4 slots for holding upgrades, and that means with the pollen sieve, shift right click, there it goes, and yeah, now it's inside the hive and we should start to get some pollen. Not pollen puff though, this is a special kind of pollen from the Bumble Zone, but if you look for pollen, you can see the pollen we're looking for, it's actually green. Don't know why it's green, but it is. And another expansion box back here, but we only have 1 sieve upgrade, so we'll have to make another one. That's going to be super easy though, because we did get an upgrade base thing from a quest reward. So yeah, there it is. No, that's the... oh no. Did we use it on the upgrade range? Oh, I think we might have done. Well, we can just upgrade the range. Why not? Sure. This might help with the tree breeding. Who knows? Now, speaking of tree breeding, I don't see any of these leaves have changed at all. So we really are going to have to wait for the honey and the bees to make the pollen with this sieve. But I'm excited to see what the leaves look like, because yeah, I want to get breeding trees. So that's the bees covered, mates, and we're feeling pretty good. They should be ticking along in the background, and I can't wait to see what they get done. What I want to work on next, I think, is... yeah, you know what? Let's go over here and let's take a look at our animals. Past Emma, the Emerald Muncher. So we've got a bunch of cows, we've got 1 sheep. We don't have much in the way of livestock. And we're farmers, right? So absolutely the number 1 thing we want on the farm is animals. A farm without animals is like a mobile game without microtransactions. It just doesn't happen. I think, where do we want to put this? We could, now that we've cleared out some area from this forest, put the animals back here. That's a good shout. Now I want to do something weird with the animals. Bear with me, because this might be a bit weird. But instead of just having like one big pen for wool and sheep, I want to have a pen for every different color of sheep. So I took a look and I counted the amount of different colored wools there are. There's 15, by the way. And I feel like with some dye, we can dye all of the sheep these colors in their separate pens, and we'll have ourselves a rainbow sheep pen. That sounds pretty freaking amazing. And I definitely feel inspired by the rainbow we saw last episode, which was pretty cool. But while we're building the sheep pens, it would be a lunacy, it would be madness to not also build the other animal pens as well. So we're going to build an area for also cows and pigs, and then finally, maybe, a chicken coop. This journey's going to need a lot of wood, so it's time to get chopping trees. Where is that coming from? Is there a rave going on in our basement in the kitchen? Oh, no, I think I have an idea. Is there a guy down here? I think there might be a guy down there. Oh no. Well, we're gonna have to go and deal with him because this is loud. Oh, it's a creeper. Ooh, this could be dangerous. And there we go. Music turned off. I can't see a thing. Let's get out of here. Oh man, it's making me, it's one of those mods, eh? It's kind of fun every now and again, but then also every now and again, there's a monster that just is really loud. And it's like, oh my god, there's nothing I can do until I turn this guy off. Okay, so, patch that up. Let's get back to work. Back to the farm. So we've got a whole bunch of logs, like loads of logs. I think 3, 4 stacks should be pretty good. We'll get these turned into a mix of overgrown and flowering and regular. That should be nice. And yeah, here we go. So we're looking for some overgrown logs. I reckon a stack of those is good. Another stack is good. We're gonna turn this stack into flowering oak because that also looks super amazing. And we'll keep the rest as basic logs. And for the cobblestone, because we're going to make some of this stuff out of cobblestone, we want a very rustic looking brick. So do you know what? I think the rounded cobblestone is the one for us. We'll make a few stacks of this because we're going to need it. So we've got the basic materials. Let's get started. There's a nice big area over here that I think is super primed for exactly what we're looking for. We could stand to... Wait, have I got my repair kit? Where's my repair kit? So number 1, we repair the iron paxel using the repair kit. Very nice. Now we clear out this weird little bit of grass over here because we want a bit of flat land for this. It's never too good to make your area too flat, but we're kind of lower down from the farm, so I think we're okay as far as like altitude and that goes. But we do need this room. There we go. And we're also going to clear out some of the grass as well, because this stuff can get in the way. I'm going to start by setting out some walls that are going to give us like a rough area for where we're going to want our sheep to be. So we'll start here like this on the edge. And we want 15 of these. And I think each sheep pen should be about 3 blocks wide. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's perfect. We can fit a sheep in here. And let's count out 15 more of these. So 1. So we've actually had to clear out loads more room because there's a lot more room required for these pens than I thought. We've only got 8 down already, and this is how long it is. Oh my god, yeah, maybe we should make these a bit thinner. But you know what? It's not very nice building like a pen and cramping up our sheep. So we're going to make sure these guys have plenty of room. Now, my dudes, look at this. So this is going to be absolutely colossal. So let's take a look, actually. What we can do is we can count the different types of wool, because if we want this to be like a rainbow, there's a few colors we can actually miss. Like, for example, I don't remember seeing the colors white, gray, darker gray, or black, or even brown in a rainbow. I think we can kind of stick to red all the way to pink. So to count this, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means we need only 10 pens. So we're going to trim this down to 10 pens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh yeah, that's much more manageable, much more palatable. There we go. Now we're going to bring the wall back, and we only want like a gap of about 2 blocks here before we go into what's going to be the main pens. And likewise, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with a pen design here. Once we know what we want this thing to look like, we're going to repeat the design for all of the pens across like that. So you want the front to be, I think, probably like an overgrown log. They look pretty cool. We'll put a flowering one here. The wood is going to come back like this. And these, again, aren't going to be massive pens. Sheep don't need that much room. And then we'll bring some more logs around the back like this. And that looks pretty cool. Okay, yeah, I'm happy with that. Now we're going to come up at the back with logs. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. This is a nice amount of room for, I think, maybe 2 sheep per pen. That sounds pretty cool. So for the shingles, it's time to pick a color, and I feel like I want to try yellow this time. Now we're going to go for a mix, again, of the lower shingles and the flat shingles. So we'll make a stack of one. There we go. And a stack of the other. So between the logs now, we want to turn some of the planks we've got into fences. So we'll need some sticks, obviously, and those go in the middle with the logs on the side. There we go, a few fences. 18 should be fine for now. We'll put these around the edge, yeah. And this means the sheep won't be able to escape, I hope. Now to get up on top of here, we're going to use nature's ladders. That's right, vines. Come in so handy, honestly. And let's put down some shingles. And we're going to, again, go for a mix of the extra flat lower shingles and the extra flat shingles. Like this. Now to make this not look like one big, long, boring, flat bit of roof, we're going to try something a little bit different with these shingles. So we're going to come along like this with dirt, make the shingles face this way. Yeah. Do the same around the other side, remove the dirt. This should look pretty cool. Then we'll go, yeah, like that. And like that. And yeah, basically what we're trying to do is just make sure, because this is a really long section of roof, if we don't add anything interesting or different on top of the roof, it's going to look really kind of weird and dull and boring. A bit too uniform and a bit too samey. So the final lower flat on top, like this. And this is where the other shingles come in handy, these extra shingles that go on top. These are kind of needed to complete the look here. But yeah, already that looks way better than just a flat roof. We can add some stairs as well to make it look even better, like this. Then remove this dirt and put the stairs on the sides as well, like this. And you know what, my dudes? That is a look I'm really, really happy with. I think we can add some more fences here as some bracing. And now it's just a case of coming along all the way along the back and repeating this, I guess another 9 times? Yeah, but I think this is going to look really good. Okay, we're almost there. Oh my god, this has taken so long. But honestly, building something right really is worth doing. Put the final shingles in place over here, like this. Now I'm going to need some more stairs, I think. Plonk these in position. Oh yeah, the finishing touch. And hey presto, my dudes, take a look at all of these sheep pens. Do they not look freaking fantastic? This has come together really nicely. Now we can add little bits of finishing touches here and there. We're going to obviously need some gates at the front. And also what would be nice is if we could break some of these cobblestone walls and mix and match them a little bit with mossy cobblestone walls. That'll really improve the look. I also want to go around the edge with a shovel to add a little bit of pathing, and honestly, maybe some hedges and things around the front. But oh my god, we are primed, my dudes. So next up, this party goes absolutely nowhere without some sheep. So oh my god, this wheat does grow really quick now with these worms. Honestly, these are a top tip. But yeah, this party doesn't go anywhere without a few sheep. Let's go and grab some from the wild, because that's so much quicker than breeding them if we can find them nearby. A quick look at the map shows us that, yeah, you know what, there's the odd sheep here and there. Let's go and grab them. So come on lads, let's go home. Follow me, I'm the Pied Piper of sheep. So we got the white sheep and the black sheep back into a pen. I do actually need one of these fence gates pretty quick now. I'll borrow a wall from next door. Don't mind me. No, come back here, sheep. This way. Let's get the wall out. And for now, this will be fine. We'll come back, add some fences, because we also want these guys to breed. I have a theory that if you just use dye on a black sheep, it'll become a different color. But there's only one way to find out. I've got to go and grab some dyes. We're going to need all the colors of the bow, and we're going to need them twice. So let's get to it. This should be pretty exciting, actually. Let's remove everything from my backpack, so I don't need any of these building materials anymore. We will need some wheat, because we're going to do some serious breeding over here, my dudes. But also we're going to need anything and everything we can to get some dyes. For example, I think the tall allium here can be used to make, purple dye. Amazing, so we don't have to use any red, but we will grab some red because most dyes can be achieved by mixing other colors. We'll need some blues over there. Have I got any more yellow dye, or did I use it all making those shingles? I think I did. Oh no, there's some dandelions, that'll become dye. The azure bluet does become white dye, but so does bone meal, so we'll grab that. So here we go, my dudes, and we're going to keep this wool up on the top right as kind of like a visual guide that shows us exactly what we need. So we need, and I'll also just basically arrange the top of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we've got enough room here. So it starts with red. Then we go to orange, which is a mix of red and yellow. We might as well make all of these into yellow dye. There we go, orange, perfect. We're gonna need 2 of these, so yeah. Then it's yellow, a couple of those. Then, oh, now this is where we could have a problem. We need lime green and green. So we're gonna skip those for now and go straight to blue. We also need, cyan, which I think is a mix of blue and green. So we're gonna need some white mixed with blue to make the light blue. Then after blue, we go on to purple, magenta, and pink. So purple is a pretty simple one. The allium will become the purple. I think you mix the purple with the white. Yeah, oh, lavender dye. That's not a real dye. What the hell? Well, okay, how do we get pink dye? White and red. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Oh yeah, I suppose like pink is just light red. So pink on the end, purple next to the blue. Now we're looking for magenta, and magenta is a mix of, oh, this is pink, blue, and red. Didn't know that. I'm learning all kinds of things about dyes today. pink, blue, and red. And there we go. Now we are going to need the elusive green dye. How are we going to get this? Well, lime green is just green and white, so it's all coming... Oh! It's just blue and yellow. Oh man, we don't need cactus anymore. That's so good. Oh, that's the best news I've had all day. I thought we were going to have to track down cactus. That's amazing. So mix the green with the white. Oh yeah, this is perfect. We've got all of the dyes. Oh my god, waiting for sheep to be able to breed is I'm gonna lose my mind if I wait here much longer. So I'm gonna show you some cool things around the farm. Now, number one of you guys mentioned that you can make these lampposts look even cooler. I threw this thing together, but you know what? I'm not really happy with how it looks. So we're gonna tear it all down, like this. There we go, and I'll show you exactly how this works. So if you put one of these lampposts down, like this, on the corner, then you get on top of it, if we can. I'm gonna need some dirt to nerd pole up here, but this is gonna be worth it and look pretty good. Now, with the lamppost in hand, if you hold sneak and right click on top, boom, you extend the lamppost, and this actually, I think, looks pretty cool. If you have another lamppost, you can go on top and extend it again, and it looks really nice. It's a really cool look, so thank you for the comment showing me that tip. Now, also another thing, as I'm walking around the farm, I can constantly hear bones clanking, which suggests to me that underneath our farmhouse we have like a little bit of a hotbed of monsters and stuff. It's a little bit disconcerting, so the mod does present to you a few options for torches that can stop monsters from spawning. Obviously there's the interdiction torch, but that's a bit expensive. A batwing, a molten core, a nebulous heart, and a blaze rod. That's really expensive, but if you look for Torchmaster, you'll find, yeah, there's also the Mega Torch. This is kind of cheaper, kind of easier to get. A couple of blocks of gold is kind of no worries. And 2 diamonds should also be fine, so we're going to grab those and make ourselves, oh my god, I've got 36 diamonds. Oh no, 26, that makes a bit more sense. So we'll get a couple of those, and do I have enough for, oh yeah, 5 blocks of gold up there, so we can grab 1, 2 of those, and we should have the logs lying around for the rest of it. Where are we? Maybe turn some of these overgrown oak logs into regular ones. And the rest of it was, well, just regular torches. Okay. Yeah, so that's really cool. It's always important to remember that when you turn logs and bricks and things using the chipped workbenches into their decorative variants, those blocks can no longer really function as logs. I can't turn these decorative logs into other things, but you can always go back to the chipped workbenches and change those materials back into their base material and use them again. Pretty cool. Coal makes us some torches that go across the top, then the logs go in the middle, a block of gold either side, diamonds above it, and boom, a mega torch. Prevents spawning of hostile monsters in a big radius around the torch. So we want this kind of central. Unfortunately, we don't really have a center block on our farm, but where could we put this? Do you know what? I think right here on this fence post is kind of the perfect place for us at the moment. This is the real danger zone. We spend most of our time in the back garden. This is going to protect the bees, the trees, the colonists, and our rustic farm plots. Very cool. Anyway, let's get some wheat and get back on the breeding. Oh, here we go. Maybe some cooldowns have refreshed by now. I've been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from? Am I going to get copyright struck for that? Probably not. I probably won't put it in. Alright. Yeah, looks like most of these breeding cooldowns are, well, off cooldown. Let's get some sheep on the go. Yeah, Milados. Now, do you know what, my friends? I actually count 10 sheep in total inside this pen. So rather than breeding the hell out of these and getting 2 sheep in every pen, for now we're going to get 1 sheep in every pen and worry about breeding a little bit later. Now, I'm going to need a couple of things. I'm going to need some gates because we can't lock these sheep into the pens. And I did find some pretty cool gates from a mod called Macaws. Honestly, like a top tip, whatever you're building, it's always worth looking for variants. Like, we want a gate, we could go with a regular fence gate, but check it out. These oak lattice fence gates from Mr. Crayfish's mod. I thought it was Macaws. Is there a Macaws gate as well? That looked pretty good. Where are we? Framed iron gates from framed blocks. That looks kind of cool. Oak Hiley gates. Oh, that looks really good. Oh yeah, do you know what? I think I might try one of these. It looks very, very cool. There's also this oak lattice gate that I think looks amazing, but you need... Oh, what's this? Ah, so Mr. Crayfish's furniture mod has a special constructing block. We'll have to make one of those because, oh my god, the farm does need furniture. But yeah, one of these Hiley gates, these look very cool. Let's give it a whirl. So it was 2 logs and 4 sticks. A Hiley gate. Take a look at this bad boy. Oh yeah, that looks amazing. If that doesn't say picturesque farm, I don't know what does, my friends. So let's go and put some of these into the sheep pens. See what it looks like in action. We can let some of these sheep escape because it's no worries. We need to... Oh, no. Ooh, not all of them, though. Oh, and we should trap this guy while he's in there. Don't move. No. Oh, get back in there. Right, so before these sheep escape, we're going to also make a way for us to get these sheep into their pens. We're going to make some leads. Honestly, leads are super amazing and probably the best way to get your sheep home. I should have made them long before now. So to get a lead, we're going to need to get a knife from Farmer's Delight. I had that gold knife before. That'll probably come in quite handy here. There it is, the golden knife from Farmer's Delight. Use the golden knife on some grass that you find lying around, and there's loads of this stuff, I think, still. Yeah, here we go. It's gonna work? It's not really working, and it's a gold knife, so we're not... Oh, there we go, right, yeah. So if we can get 5 of these straws, we can make ourselves a lead. There's another one. Yeah, shouldn't take us too long. Oh, there we go, I count 6. So, crafting table on a stick, we'll make this into a lead. There we go, okay. And let's be quick. Let's get these sheep into their pens. So you, my friend, come on over here. Oh my god, we're just going to need loads of quests for that as well. We'll get the cobblestone wall out so you can't escape. No escape for you, my friend. Right click to get the lead back. Don't mind if I do. And let's keep the party bus going. We'll put these gates into their pens and get these sheep sorted out. Okay, time to lead our sheep to their new homes. Oh no! Oh! Maybe the guards will help me defend against these raiders. But for now, let's just keep the sheep out of harm's way. Looks like the raiders haven't seen me yet, so honestly, maybe our guards will deal with this. So let's count the remaining sheep. We have 1, 2, 3... Oh no, he's seen me! Get down, Mr. President. There we go. And there we go. Oh, amazing. We'll get rid of this scaffolding that I built to build the roofs. Don't want to be doing with that. Thank you very much. And it looks like we've got a sheep in every single pen. Amazing. I've always dreamed of doing this. You know, every time I build a farm, I always think, man, wouldn't it be really cool to have like some sheep pens, one of every kind of color? I've finally done it. Finally realized my dream. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and use the dyes now to get all of these sheeps looking like they should. So I'm going to replace my hotbar with the dyes in the correct order, of course, because they all have to be looking like a proper rainbow. There's the red, onto orange, onto yellow, onto lime green, onto regular green, then it's light blue, dark blue. We are missing now purple, magenta, and pink. Oh, he's in the back of the pen. Come over here, my dude. That will go in. There he is, purple. Then magenta, and finally our last guy is the pink one. Oh yeah, this is so cool. Look at this. All the colors of the bow, man. Oh, we just need a rainbow to celebrate. So this has been amazing. We didn't get all the animals done, just the sheep, but this is a big moment. Being able to get different colored wool without worrying about making dyes is going to be really useful, really helpful. Now before we call it there, we're going to go over and check our bees, because while we've been building and breeding, these guys must have been creating loads and loads of honey. Oh my god, yeah. So this is interesting. For all of this time, we've made 63 honeycomb, 30 honeycomb, over a stack, 38 zombie comb, not very useful, but in that time, we've only got one piece of pollen, and it says dark oak leaves, use on a leaf to manually pollinate it. Okay, we'll check the other pen over here. Now this doesn't have the sieve, so there's none of this green pollen, but we do have loads of honeycomb. This stuff is like gold dust for farmers. Very nice. So let's see what happens when we pollinate a leaf. This is the big moment, the moment of truth. Right click, here we go. A pollinated leaf. Okay, so what do we do with a pollinated leaf? Do we dig it up with a shear, or do we just punch it and hope we get a sapling? I don't actually know. What's the best way to get a sapling from a tree? Well, usually you use like a crook. But there's no crooks in this mod pack. That mod, whatever it is, isn't in the pack. So I think I might risk it and try punching it. Let's see what happens. Oh, okay, yes. We got a sapling. What did we get? A dark oak sapling? What? But what? You know what? I think it's time for us to read our big book of trees. This was lying around, and honestly, instead of doing the quests and relying on quests, maybe reading the big book of trees is the one. So here's the book of bees, probably a good read as well. Where's the book of trees? Oh, what's this? We've got another pollen sieve? Where did this come from? It must have been some kind of quest reward. Well, we can put that in another hive. That'll certainly help a little bit. And there it is, the big book of trees. So put the pollen sieve in our hotbar and right click with sneak held down to get this into position. There we go, the pollen sieve. We should get some pollen if I guess we're lucky. So let's take a look, have a read. Maybe I wasted this leaf. Maybe I wasted the pollen. Here we go, pollen. Pollen collected by bees can be used to manually pollinate leaves and create new tree species. That's it? What? That doesn't help. We knew that. We knew that already. The pollen sieve upgrade. The bees collect pollen from nearby trees. The collection area is affected by range upgrade. Oh, okay, so we do want range upgrades. More than one sieve upgrade will not increase the yield. Okay, good to know, but again, there's nothing else. That's pretty crazy. Well, as always, if you know or have an idea about how this works and can give me some tips, do let me know in the comment section. Wait a minute, is that a pollinated leaf there? No, because we're in a bit of a bind. If this is what it takes to get to the mahogany sapling, this is going to be a project that's going to last us almost the entire series. What about the Book of Bees? Yeah, there's nothing really about pollinating in here, just talks about items, genetics, and the hives. Okay. Oh, it looks like there's 4 different types of bees. Hive bee, like the vanilla bee, lives in hives and produce honey. They have to live in advanced hives, whatever. Oh, what's this? Professional bees? No way, this looks amazing. Besides the bees producing resources, there are a few bees with special tasks. We can have like a farmer bee? No way, are we going to be able to get bees to do the farming for us? That would be crazy. It's gonna, it harvests nearby crops and leaves the produce on the ground. Okay, operates in a 4-block radius, but I guess you can increase that with a range upgrade. And it looks like it'll work with anything that does right-click harvest, so absolutely all of the vanilla crops. That's really cool. So if you've got a farmer bee and they drop it on the ground, it looks like, you can also use a collector bee to collect items on the ground and put it in the hive. Oh my god, can we Should we make like a bee farm? Like a farm that bees can kind of like gather and stuff? That would be amazing. There's also a dye bee, produces dyes based on the flowers around it. Very cool. A hoarder bee. Oh, collects items on the ground and puts them in its hive. It's a cooler and better collector bee. What do you mean? Combined with the farmer bee for an automated farm. That's what I'm talking about. Ooh, and also the lumber bee. Nibble on nearby wood and collects wood chips in its hive. Wood chips can then be crafted into logs. So it looks like we could use a lumber bee to get a pretty primitive tree farm. That's seriously amazing. Oh, that's amazing, and that's really cool, really good news going forwards. So my dudes, as it starts to rain, we are going to end the episode, but a massive thank you for watching today. We got our sheep pens built, and we've got every single color of wool. It's really cool over there. Also, we discovered advanced hives, how pollen works. Turns out it doesn't work very well, but yeah, I think over time we're going to get more pollen, and we can use that to get more saplings. That's going to be really cool. As always, drop your tips, advice, questions, and anything else you want to drop in the comment section, because I always love reading your comments. And until next time, my dudes, thank you for watching. Take care.